politicians, so many of the politicians, the majority of the politicians in this country are there not because they feel any concern about the people who elected them, but because of their own ulterior motives. And so, I haven't considered running for office in any concrete way, but I can say that if I ever did consider running for office, it would be in order to speak to masses of people.
One last question, a white person's question. Are you a racist?
A racist?
Yes.
We're struggling against racism. We're fighting racism. And if you look at the composition of the organization that I'm involved in building now, the National Alliance Against Racist and Political Repression, you will see that the people in the ranks of that organization, the organizations that are in turn affiliated to the alliance, are black, they are Puerto Rican, they are Chicano, they are Asian, they are Indian, and they are white. I think it's critical to understand racism as being not an attitude, not a feeling so much as a system. And therefore, I am very reluctant to call a black person, even a black person who dislikes white people intensely, or who may say, all kinds of negative things about white people. I'm reluctant to call that black person a racist, because when you have a white person expressing the same views about black people, he is doing that against the backdrop of hundreds of years of systematic murder and repression of black people. When George Wallace stands in front of a doorway to keep a black woman from entering the University of Alabama, he's doing that against the background of all of the bombings, of the killings of children in churches. Racism is something that's more than an attitude that one has. Therefore, I think that the racism that prevails in this country, the racism that has evolved historically throughout the world, is racism directed against peoples of color, against black people and brown people and red people and yellow people, and it is in turn used to confuse white people, used to prevent them from understanding that white working people should be involved in the struggle together with us, because in the final analysis, we're all struggling for the same thing.